Hello guys, Morphin Reviewer 97 here, and I'm back with another Megazord review. Now this time I'm going to be reviewing the Lightspeed Megazord from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. So in this review, basically what I'm going to do is show you the detail on each of these Zords, basically what each Zord can do, and I'm going to show you how to transform all 5 Zords into the Megazord. So here's the first Zord. Okay guys, so here we have the first Zord, Rescue Zord number 1. Now this Zord belonged to the Red Ranger, who was Carter, and detail on this, as you can see, it's mostly red because it belonged to the Red Ranger. You've got some black paint in some other places, and you've got some cool stickers on the side here which shine, which is quite nice. Now movement on this, it can roll, and also you can lift up these parts here and pull out the fists at the front like this to reveal this mode. Now this mode was actually used in like the second episode of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, so it's actually cool to see that they actually put that in this Zord, so that's a cool feature. So yeah, that's really all this Zord can do, but it's a cool Zord. On to the next Zord. Okay guys, so here we have the next Zord, Rescue Zord number 2. Now this Zord belonged to the Blue Ranger, who was Chad, and it's a pretty cool Zord. It's got some nice detail on it. Got some blue paint at the front here, some grey paint up at the top, and some black paint up at the bottom with some cool stickers here and on the side. Pretty cool. Now movement on this, there isn't much. Basically, all it can do really is just roll. I am missing the cannons, the water cannons that would have gone on the front here, and that would have been another feature it had. But I'm missing them, so all it can really do is roll. But anyway, it is a cool Zord. On to the next Zord. Okay, so here's the next Zord, Rescue Zord number 3. Now this Zord belonged to the Green Ranger, who was Joel. This Zord is actually the smallest out of all the Zords, but it's got some cool detail, as you can see. It's mostly green, because it was the Green Rangers, but it's got some nice chrome in some places. On the bottom, just green and grey paint, pretty cool. Movement on this, you can move these top parts up here. You can move the back jets up and down, all the way around, pretty cool. You can also move the landing gear, twist that round, quite nice. And also on the top here you can also spin these jets, which is quite nice, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, there was that Zord, the Green Ranger Zord. On to the next Zord. Okay guys, so here we have the next Zord, Rescue Zord number 4. Now this Zord belonged to the Yellow Ranger, who was Kelsey. Detail on this Zord, as you can see, it is mostly yellow because it was the Yellow Ranger Zord. It's got some nice chrome on the front here, black paint underneath, and some cool shiny stickers on the sides. Quite nice. Now movement on this, basically it can roll, which is quite nice. And also if you come round to the back and pull this part out, it also reveals like a claw, which is quite nice. And this mode was actually used in the show, so it's cool to see that they put this mode in there. Pretty cool. So there was that Zord, the Yellow Ranger Zord. On to the final Zord. Okay guys, so here we have the last Zord, Rescue Zord number 5. Now this Zord belonged to the Pink Ranger, who was Dana. Detail on this Zord, as you can see, it is mostly white, but you've got some nice chrome in the front here, some black down at the bottom, and some cool stickers on the sides. Pretty cool. Now movement on this Zord is it can roll, and also you can open this part up at the back to store some stuff in there if you wanted to. Pretty cool. So that's really all this Zord can do, but it's a cool Zord. Now what we're going to do is take all 5 of the Zords and transform them into the Megazord. Okay guys, so to start transforming all the 5 Zords into Megazord mode, what you're going to want to do first is grab number 5, flip the front part of number 5 up like this, pull the back part up and back like that. Now you have a foot and a leg. Pretty cool. Next, pick number 4, do the same thing, flip the front part up, pull the back part out, and pull it down like this. So now you have 2 pairs of feet and 2 pairs of legs. Pretty cool. Then grab number 2, separate the back part of number 2 like this. Can be awkward to do sometimes, but once you got it, it should look like this. And then these parts of number 2 are going to go into the gaps of the legs here. So there's one, and basically what that does is just clip into place. So there's one, and there's the other. And this mode was actually used in the show. Now if I had the cannons on top, it would be like the mode they used in the show. And basically in the show, how they used this mode was the water cannons would spray out water here, and this would walk like this. And I believe this mode was used in episode 2 of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. So it's pretty cool that you get to use this mode. Anyway, next thing what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab number 1, like so. Take this back part of number 1, flip it forward like this. Grab this part of number 1, flip that like this, so it goes like this. Then pull the arms to the side like this, and then pull them down like this. So then you have this part, and then that just clips right on top here. So if I move the camera up, I can show you this. That just basically clips right on here like that. Now you have this. So we're almost done with the Megazord. What you're going to want to do now is we're going to take out the fists, and in the show they actually did this. The fists can actually extend, and you saw this mode in the show on like the second episode of Lightspeed Rescue, where they were saving them people from the burning building. But it was pretty cool that you can use this mode. So to do the fists, basically pull them out, grab this part here, pull the fist towards it like this, and slowly push the fist in to lock it in place. That might not work a couple of times, but you've got to try and do it. So it'll just clip into place like that. So there's one. And it's awkward to do the first couple of times, but once you've got the hang of it, it's pretty easy to do. So there's the second one. So there's this. So the last thing what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab number 3, put that to the side. Grab number 3, and how you transform number 3 is flip these parts up like this, pull these up here, these grey parts up like this. So there's one, there's 2, put them like that. Pull up the head to the Megazord here, so just pull this part up like this, and the Megazord's head will come out. Pretty awesome. And then flip the landing gear around like this. So then you have this. And basically that will just go onto the top here. So we'll do that now. Move this here, lift it up a little bit. And that should just clip straight into place. Just like that. That easy. And basically what that does is just fill that gap in up at the top, which is pretty cool. And here you have basically the Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue Lightspeed Megazord. Pretty awesome. Looks like the one from the show. It is pretty small though. It's probably one of the smallest Megazords, but it does look cool. Now articulation on this is you can move the arms around an entire 360, which is quite nice. You can also move the arms to the sides like this. It looks as if he's hailing a cab or something. Pretty cool. And they could just fold back down. And also the legs can move, so you can look as if he's walking, which is pretty cool, like this. So that's pretty awesome. So that was really the articulation on this sword. Also what you can do though is you can actually spin this part here on the Zord like they do in the show to complete the transformation. So that will just basically spin around and it will go transformation complete. So pretty awesome. So yeah, this Megazord is really nice. This Megazord is really awesome. Looks show accurate. It is pretty simple to transform, which is always nice. And yeah, it's totally cool. So if you want to get this Megazord, I would say get it. It is from an older season though, so it could be harder to find on places like eBay and that. But if you can find one at a good price, I would say totally get it. It's super awesome. So thanks guys for watching this review. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. This is Morphin Reviewer 97, signing out. Okay guys, I forgot to mention this one little thing on my review, so I just thought I'd put it at the end. Basically, you got to make sure at the top here that you lift these parts up of the Megazord here. So the Megazord will have these parts here. So it makes the Megazord look more complete. So that's the thing I forgot to point out in my review. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next review.